So I'm happy that Dragon Age Veilguard is doing well, because a strong Bioware not only secures their future, but it gives the company confidence, which they've been lacking due to the failures of Anthem and Andromeda. And we can have a discussion as to why those games missed the mark, but it's easier to put it down to missing fundamentals and consistency. And when you take those two titles and compare them to Bioware's most recent showing, it's clear Dragon Age Veilguard is consistent. You might not like what it's trying to say or do, but it knows what it wants to do. Now, with all that said, I'm not interested in any of Veilguard's showing from a Mass Effect point of view. I'm not interested in its tonal shifts, its art style, its writing, and its flashiness. And don't get me wrong, that's not a shot at Veilguard. That's me saying I know exactly what I want from a Mass Effect game, and I'm sure you do too. So when Mark Gamble says Mass Effect will maintain the mature tone of the original trilogy along with its photorealistic approach, I think fans should take note of that. But actions speak louder than words. So for my reassurance, I'm going to point to the hiring of Mary DeMarle, who was the lead writer of the Deus Ex series and Guardians of the Galaxy games. Now, if you haven't played any of those titles, the biggest takeaway is the game's writing was front and center. Guardians did a great job in developing your team, and it's easy to see how that social structure would fit into a Mass Effect game. Deus Ex dealt with the complexities of society while offering you various different ways to tackle each objective from a narrative point of view. This in theory would allow Mass Effect 4 to deal with social commentary such as the genophage and does this unit have a soul? I say all this to say my excitement for Mass Effect 4 has always been high. This was of course due to EA stepping back somewhat and letting the developers develop. This was further pushed by the hiring of DeMarle, and now it's reached a new level with the success of Dragon Age. Because what that last point shows is Bioware is capable of releasing a fully fledged game with an identity. Again, you might not like Veilguard, but at least it knows what it's trying to do. And that's it. And shout out to Michael for being forthcoming with the fans. See you guys on N7.